So I want to talk to you about just kind of doing a short critique of a press release. I want you to find a couple press releases and you'll link to it, or you can attach a copy if you want to download it to a Word document and that, or if you want to attach it, that's fine as well. But I want you to just kind of look at it, see what you see in the world of press releases, and show me, how they're doing. Did they do a good job? Did they communicate? Would you be inclined to, if you were a reporter or somebody else who was reading this, would you be inclined to think this was a worthwhile story or something you want to take action on? Was it easy to use? Just kind of give your own critique. What would you do to improve it? What kind of best practices would you take from it? I want you to look at least 2 different press releases, maybe 3, but kind of glance around, find some good examples and do it. I mean, I want you to take a little bit of time, just kind of look at press releases and show me what you found. Now, as an example of this, let me share my screen with you. Is if, for example, when you come here, because I advise the student newspaper at Lincoln Land, I get probably, I can tell you today, I got like 8 or 9 press releases. I quickly just delete them. I rarely even read them, but I get a lot of press releases from people wanting to promote things and ideas. And so, for example, if I come back here to my email, I'm making this video about 5:30. At 3:27, I got 2 press releases at the same time. There was one here and one from Cumin Communication, one from Carrie Brusca at Shorefire Media. Both of them were trying to promote things. So, just kind of, if you were to look at these, with the one Carrie Brusca, I just got another one as we were talking. If you heard that ding, it's just kind of a pitch for a story, is much more than a press release. Heather Turner just sent me one. I have no idea who these people are. I actually have never even seen their names. There's a few names I see all the time, but these are ones I haven't seen. But this one says, Spinal Tap out 2/23, so out February 23rd. I guess it's a show called Spinal Tap Meets Shakespeare, GQ with Dawns of Disco. And I said, disco drama and decades-long hatred unite with Dawns of Disco, the new documentary epic, out February 23rd on iTunes, Amazon Prime, Google Play, and more via the Nacelle Company. The story of blah, 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 who actually sings, and Spinal Tap Meets Shakespeare. Read about it on this site. Read about it in GQ. RIYL, I have no idea what that's an acronym for. RIY, yeah, okay. I'm trying to think about it. I can't think of what that means. And then it asks, would you like to check out the screener of Dawns of Disco? Thanks, and it gives that information. So this is kind of more of a pitch, but it's also a bit of a press release. It's something being sent to somebody that they view in the media. I have no clue what this is about. I'd have to click these links. So I don't really care for this press release, right? I mean, it's like, hey, our show's out. Okay, thanks for telling me. It's kind of like, it sounds like a 3-year-old telling me, my tooth fell out. Well, thanks. I mean, with a 3-year-old, it's cute. With a professional in the media, I don't find it really cute when you just go, hey, we got a show coming out. And I am going to stop what I'm doing to read the 8th press release today because you have a show coming out. I don't get it, So that's a horrible press release, and that would be a good example of that, right? And here's another one. I did not intend to show you these. These are just ones they sent me. And then here's one from a Cumin Communication. Now, Cumin sends me stuff like every day. And it has a nice headline here. It's download press release. I can download it. There might be an image, but it's not showing up for whatever reason, probably because of that. It says view on the web. It's just, okay, it has the logo for the company. And it says, indulge your loved one on Valentine's Day weekend at a Boyer and George Trois in Winnetka. So it's trying to promote a restaurant having a special Valentine's Day. It says wine with dine-in service available once again. Chef Michael Lashowitz, or of the George Trois, I think that's how, I don't know how you, it's 3 in French, group. That it has the address. We'll be offering indulgent and romantic Valentine's Day culinary journey Saturday and Sunday, February 13th and 14th. This is kind of telling you what it's about. I don't have to go searching for it. It's not just saying, hey, we're open. It's telling me about it. It's priced at $280 per person. You know, it's got a picture of the chef. That's nice if I wanted to do a story about it. It gives the menu. This is probably a pretty good press release. And then at the bottom, it's got media contact information, and it's got kind of your general about the George Twa Group and Michael Lashowitz. It's got boilerplate information at the end here on what the company is, how they worked, when they opened, and that's kind of a standard press release thing, right? Now, you won't be getting press releases emailed to you. This one is a lot better because it actually starts with news. It tells you what they're doing. It gives a lot of information. I don't have to go searching for it. While I have no interest in what they're doing in Winnetka here in Springfield, I can tell you that at least if it was Springfield, I would be potentially interested and they would have what I would need it. Now, on the other hand, we can now say, well, where do we get press releases? Well, think about an organization you want. Now, I'll just go to Red Cross, right? That's a nice, easy organization. You cannot use Red Cross because I'm using it. But if you come here, when you go to one of these companies' websites or organizations, you know, if you look around on their page, like you go to About Us, oh, here it says Media Resources or Latest News. You click Media Resources, and if you go there, it's got kind of information, it's got contact people, it's got related links, and one of them is press releases. You click that, and it pulls up a press release from January 15th, January 13th, January 5th, December 10th. It has all these different press releases they've put out. And if you click on them, you know, this is not really a press release as much as it's just a statement on unrest in the Capitol. It gives a statement on why the Red Cross would be concerned. This is a little bit of what we call newsjacking. It's taking news, trying to relate it to the fact that they respond to crises and how they have always been that way, and they, you know, continue to be concerned about it. And then they have at the bottom kind of the boilerplate information that we have. And so that's kind of what you would do. You would read this and tell me how you thought they did with this. Now, I can tell you from a standpoint, this one doesn't have a headline. It's just a statement. That's probably not a good example of a press release because it's really more of a statement. This one's a statement. This is a statement. But some of these say, you know, Red Cross teams up with NFL, to urge blood and plasma donations during National Donor Month, Blood Donor Month. It has an image. And then it starts off here, has a date line with the date and where it's coming from. And the American Red Cross National Football League are teaming up in January for National Blood Donor Month to urge individuals, especially those who recovered from COVID-19, to give blood, help tackle the national convalescence plasma shortage. Right now, more donors are needed to help hospital patients. It's a long opening, but it gets to the point of what they're talking about. It proceeds to give information about what happens. Why is it important? Talks about plasma donation in general, and has the boilerplate, what is the American Red Cross at the bottom. And so those are all kind of standard forms. So I just want you to find a couple of different press releases from a couple different organizations and then give us some thoughts on how they've done. This is mainly you thinking about what they did and how they did it, not me telling you how they did it. And I want you to link it, and I want you to give your opinion on how you think they did. Okay?